For the most part, Bigfoot is a very accepted possibility today. So just keep that in mind. And if somebody says Bigfoot doesn't exist, just shrug your shoulders. It's okay. That's fine. I'm not here to convince you one way or the other. But one day, hopefully, they'll walk in the woods, hear a tree knock, look behind them, and there's going to be one standing. They're going to be calling themselves a liar then. So Harlan County, Kentucky is where it all began. I found this footprint up on the left. That one's back there. Then that one on the bottom right. I didn't find that one. I was led to it by a construction crew. That's my foot. I wear a 10.5 in boot. And that track measured somewhere around 7. I forget the exact measurements. It's at the house. 17.5, I believe, is what the footprint was. Western Montana, we focused our research efforts in around Deer Lodge, Helena, Missoula. I know where it's at. I can't find. Anyway, the Glacier National Park, Kalispell, Flathead Lake area. There's a lot going on up that way today, right now. They just had a snowstorm. I don't want to go up there. Missoula, Montana, Hot Springs, Montana, Glacier National Forest. These trees, tree stumps, very significant. Sam, have you ever seen anything like this out your way? The decoration of tree stumps in the middle of nowhere? No, it's like old tree stumps, and it's got branches and decorations in it, like something is decorating them. Yeah, that's very, very. It happens a lot out there, but this was about 45 miles outside civilization. So last summer, me and Jeff Ellis, we decided I was with Bill in Virginia at a conference. He was promoting cultured Bigfoot and paranormal Bigfoot. And a buddy kind of called me. He said, "Hey, you want to go to California?" And I said, "Sure, when we leave?" And he goes, "When you get back." So I was gone for like 2.5 weeks from home. We drove out to California, hit all the Bigfoot hot spots on the way out and back, and found ourselves in the famous Bluff Creek, California, where the Patterson Gimlin film was filmed. A tree in a tree up here on the left. Then the Asterix Formation. That was in what they call the parking lot of where you go down to the PG site, the Patterson Gimlin site. That was not there when we parked, by the way. We got back to the van, there was large handprints on our van windows. Now, we also took a rented minivan down a four-wheeler road, too, so an ATV trail. So it was rented. We had full coverage on it. Why not? So, and then the famous Bluff Creek sign in Kentucky. Actually, tomorrow is the year anniversary of, forgive me for saying this, the most terrifying experience I've ever had doing this. We found ourselves surrounded by at least 6 of these things. We think they were young ones, juveniles. We think they were a new group in this research area. There were 3 of us. And when it happened, it went on for about 55 minutes. During this time, our phones completely died. All of our batteries drained. This is the area known as P3. This has never happened to us before. Our cameras started failing. Our phones started dying. Something in that area was draining the energy from our devices. That has never happened to me before in the woods. The topographical map, this is 4,700 feet. It's not very high. Indian Lookout is right here. And then all this that happened last October 6th happened in this area where the red dot is. In 2016, research colleague and myself, we found ourselves up in area P3. We had trail cam placed. That night, we were walking back across the ridge and saw a bright blue light about from here to the ball go up there from us. We thought it was a hiker. Now, I promise to you, I've never seen lights before in the forest until 2016. And when I said, he said, what is that? I said, looks like a hiker. I think when we get up here, I'm going to ask him where he got the light at, because it's the prettiest blue light you've ever seen in your life. It's about the size of a softball. And we started getting closer, and it raised up in the air and got real bright and then burst. And I look at Glenn, and I said, please tell me you saw that. And he's like, yeah. I said, because if you didn't, I just had a stroke. You're going to have to get me out of here. And he's like, you're on your own. You're going to die up here. So we couldn't figure out the blue light. We get down to where that was in that area. A large rock about the size of a football got thrown over our heads, bounced off the trees going down the ridge. Glenn tells it better than I do, because Glenn turned and said, oh my God, what was that? And I was already about halfway down the mountain, running for my life, screaming at him, come on, man, they're going to eat us. That was before I really opened my mind, though. However, when we retrieved our trail cam, we noticed 3 light anomalies. They're not supposed to be there. If the lights were off, we would see it better, but the lights are there, there, and there. In this area is 9,000 acres of untouched forest. There's no highways, no houses, no nothing. 9,000 acres in the Daniel Boone National Forest. Those lights are not supposed to be there. And that's looking off the lookout. In 2019, this year in May, Professor Darby Orcutt, Glenn Mink, and myself went to Area P3 and location where a large rock was thrown, an exact location. We found a 21 trackway, 13-inch by 6-inch wide, 7-foot strides, left and right. And as you can see, this was actually at a run. We believe this was at a run. 7 foot, 7 foot, 7 foot. 21 times. Every single step, you could just about mark it dead on the money at 7 foot. It was at a run. Then it split into 2. So we believe there were 2 of them, and they went opposite directions. Could have been young ones playing. Where we researched that, there's a lot of juveniles. This was the stuff left. Actually, that's probably the best picture right there. If you can see that, that shows the exact foot impression of said creature that left it. That was in a dead tree. Stepped on it. It left something, a little present for us. Darby still has it. That is a fiber. We don't know if it was a hair or not. He's doing spectral analysis on it right now. And I'm going to start winding this up, folks. There's no questions at the end of this, by the way. We're going to save that for tomorrow. So if you got any questions, write them down for me or whatever. But the future of research. Although many think that it all began with the Patterson-Gimlin film in 1967, the research has been going on for a lot longer. John Green, Peter Byrne, Renee DeHenden, John Binternagel all began researching these beings 20 and 30 years prior. As mentioned before, Roosevelt and others were avidly looking for these creatures. Today, we are at the top of our game when it comes to finding that proof. However, proof, that's a good word. I quit looking for proof a long time ago. I don't have to prove Bigfoot exists. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I got that proof on that riverbank that day in Harlan County, Kentucky. And I've got that proof 3 more times since. So, and multiple encounters with them. We are at the top of our game, though. With the advances in DNA technology and technology in general, it's just a matter of time till someone gets that final answer, or maybe not. If they are quantum beings, we will never get that proof. We will never prove these things exist. If they are flesh and blood, we will. My personal belief is that these creatures are born flesh and blood and endowed with certain extra abilities. Some of them are able to step into a portal and reappear somewhere else. Some of them can mind speak. Some of them cannot. It's like me. I'm a normal guy. I say normal. I'm far from normal. But as far as having extra abilities, I don't. I don't have any kind of psychic abilities. I'm a little intuitive. I can tell when something bad's getting ready to happen. I can tell when something good's getting ready to happen. I chalk a lot of that up to common sense, though, because there's really nothing special about me but the fact that I'm me. And I'm the same guy standing here as I'm the same guy standing over there, and I'm the same guy you'll see standing at the bar or at Walmart. You get what you get. And that's what I ask everybody to do. Don't try to be something you're not. Don't say you believe in Bigfoot to be cool, because I'm here to tell you, we're all nerds in this. I'm kidding. But the Bigfoot world in general, we're split. You have what people call the woo, which is the people that believe in the paranormal side, the supernatural side. Somewhere along the line, that side has gotten a bad rap. The BFRO once was purely flesh and blood. If you ever mentioned a word like portal or cloaking or anything like that, they would blackball you out of the research community. Now the BFRO are even looking at other possibilities of what these things are. Have I ever seen one cloak? Absolutely not. I've never seen that. I seen two back in 2016. And when they stepped back, they disappeared. Now, they did not dissipate. They blended in very, very well. They did not disappear, though. I do not discount cloaking, though. Cloaking, there's scientific explanations for it. There really is. But FLIR systems, if they put off body heat, you will see them in a FLIR system. And the new drones coming out have FLIR capabilities. DJI is at the top of the game with the drones. They got a new one coming out with FLIR capabilities. This is something I really want to talk about, and I'm going to wrap it up. A very small percentage of these sightings are observations. If you report a sighting, if you have a sighting of one of these creatures, you need to tell me exactly what they were doing. I hear road sightings all the time. Well, what were they doing? Well, they were carrying something in their hand. What were they carrying in their hand? That is data. I need that. I want to learn about these creatures. If you just tell me one walked in front of you, I believe you, but I can't go on it. I just can't go on it. Bobcat Goldthwait. That's after the filming of Willow Creek. Ronald Moorhead. Beautiful lady right there. One of my favorite people on earth. The man himself, Bob Gimlin. And Bigfoot Experience is dedicated to my friend, fellow researcher, Mike Woolley. Lost Mike this year. Suddenly, Mike was a very sick man, but I had weekly conversations with Mike on the phone, and we definitely lost a great, great person in the research world, and the world, period. He was a good guy. Go looking for Bigfoot. You might end up finding yourself. I did. This journey started 20 years ago. Somewhere along the line, I found who I truly was. And it's awesome. Folks, my name is Michael Cook. My booth's right over there beside Bill Lancaster. Come over, say hi. You want to tell me a story, sighting, whatever? Have at it. Have fun today. Come talk to everybody. And that's the end of my stuff. Oh, wait, no. You can hear me on Bigfoot Eyewitnesses, episodes 40, 150. You can see me on the movie Cultured Bigfoot. Crypto Crew, The Mysterious Monroe House, a new Bigfoot documentary they got coming out. YouTube and Facebook, Cook Cryptid Research. Add me as a friend, Michael W. Cook. And this is a good one. I'm announcing this now. At the end of this month, I will be on an episode of Terror in the Woods on the Travel Channel. And coming this spring, Amazon exclusive, Strange Travels with Michael Cook, where I'll be going around and researching a lot of the sightings, creatures, and lore, myths, whatever you want to call them, and eating good food. It's bizarre foods with cryptids and ghosts. And that's the end of everything. Thank you so much.